So we'll move on to the next concept. So till here we have understood what is a main term, what is a max term, how to write the, what is a canonical SOP, what is a canonical POS, and of course we have solved some problems even in the lecture video as well as in the online class today. Okay. So next let us see to how to write or how to express SOP equation in a mean term list. How to express SOP, that is sum of product equations in the mean term list. You know what is the meaning of mean term, you know what is the meaning of SOP. So now this is a mean term, this is a mean term, this is a mean term, and the complete equation is referred to as an SOP. And one more thing, can I call this as a canonical SOP now? Let us check. So what are the input variables we have? We have A, B, C as the variables, right? So now this is a product term, this is a product term, this is a product term. To call this as a canonical SOP, in each product term, all the three variables should be there. Since we have got three input variables, in each product term, all the three variables should be there. Only then I can call this as a canonical SOP. So now, in this product term, all the three variables are there. All the three variables are there. Again, A, B, C, all the three variables are there. So this can also be called as a canonical SOP, right? So in this SOP, the question is express the following SOP equation in a mean term list. Okay, this is mean term in a mean term list. So when an SOP is given, we can only list out the mean terms. When a POS equation is given, we can list out the max terms, right? Now if the question is given like this, how to write the mean term list? So before I list out the mean term list, we have one more thing to note down. See, if I write summation, okay? So if I write summation, this indicates we are writing the mean terms. That means we are writing the mean terms for SOP. Okay? If I write pi, that indicates the max term list. Whenever we write the mean terms, we write summation, sum. Max terms, pi. This is very important. Okay? In the exam, they don't specify it as mean term. Instead, they gave the mean terms in the summation. That means this will tell you that whatever the terms they have given, they are mean terms. If they give the terms within pi, then this indicates that the given terms are max terms, right? So now, express the following SOP equation in a mean term list. So what is given here? A bar B C. So A bar B C, that means A bar. When do we write A bar in a mean term? When the variable is taking 0. So this corresponds to 0. Since we have only B, this corresponds to 1. Since we have only C, this corresponds to 1. So 0, 1, 1 is what? The decimal value of this what? 0, 1, 1 is what? You know the binary equivalent value for the decimal numbers. 0, 0, 0, 0. 0, 0, 1, 1. 0, 1, 0, that means 2. 0, 1, 1 is 3. 1, 0, 0 is 4. 1, 0, 1 is 5. 1, 1, 0 is 6. 1, 1, 1 is 7. If we have three input variables, so this is A, this is B, and this is C. So if we have three input variables, 0, 0, 0 corresponds to 1, like this, till 1, 1, 1, that is 7. Now 0, 1, 1 I have. 0, 1, 1, this corresponds to the decimal number 3. So this will be equal to 3, that is decimal number. Right? Similarly, let me take the second product term or the mean term. A bar, B bar, C. So this corresponds to 0, 0, 1. 0, 0, 1. This will be equal to 1 in decimal. Similarly, A, B, C is equal to 1, 1, 1. This is equal to 7 in decimal. So, for this equation, the mean term list is, you have to write like this. The function is h. Function is h. H is equal to f of A, B, C is equal to summation. Summation we write when we have to list out the mean terms. So, summation, what are the mean terms? 3, 1, 7. But instead of writing like this, it's better you write like this. 1, 3, 7. In increasing order. Okay. So for this question, this is the answer. These are the mean terms for the equation for the function h. Is it clear? So this is how we list out the mean terms for the given SOP. So let me take another question. That is The question is G is equal to f of w x y z. G is equal to f of w x y z, which is equal to w x y. Since I have taken capital X here, let me write small variables here, w x y z. So which is equal to w x y z bar plus w x bar y z bar plus w bar x y z bar, w bar x y z bar plus w bar x bar y z. Some equation I have taken. So now how do we write the mean terms for this? How many variables we have? We have got 4 variables, w x y z. Correct? So for this, what is the if you cannot write the decimal equivalent value directly, you can follow the procedure whatever I have explained for the first problem. So w x y z bar is equal to 1 1 1 0. W x y z bar is equal to 1110. So 1110 corresponds to the decimal number 14. So this will be equal to 14 in decimal. Similarly, W x bar y z bar, this is equal to 1010. Okay, so this corresponds to decimal number 10. Similarly, W bar x y z bar, this is equal to 0110. So this corresponds to decimal number 6. And then W bar x bar y z, so this corresponds to 0011. So this is equal to 3 decimal. So for this problem, the mean terms are G is equal to, the way you write the mean terms, f of W x y z is equal to summation 3, 6, 10, 14. Is it clear? So these are the mean terms. So when they give the SOP equation, we can easily list out the mean terms. Again, vice versa. If I give you the mean terms, can we write the equation? Yes, we can write the equation. For the same problem, if in case the question is, if they give the question like this, function g is equal to f of w x y z, which is equal to 3, 6, 10, 14. Write the SOP equation for this. Can we write the SOP equation by looking at the mean terms? It is exactly the procedure, opposite procedure whatever we followed to write the mean terms. 3 is what? 0, 0, 1, 1. 6 is what? 0, 1, 1, 0. 10 is what? 1, 0, 1, 0. 14 is what? 1, 1, 1, 0. Correct? So 0, 0, 1, 1 is what? W bar x bar y z. W bar x bar y z. That is this term. Plus SOP form. W bar x y z bar. X y bar, this term. Plus W x bar y z bar. Plus W x y z bar. So if I give you the SOP, you should be able to write the mean terms. If I give you the mean terms, you should be able to write the SOP equation for the same. Okay. So similarly, I have got some more problems. I will give you the problem now. You can just work out. So the problem is O1. The next function is O1 is equal to f of I4, I3, I2, I1 is equal to summation 7, 11, 13, 14, 15. You have to write the SOP equation for this. Okay? You have to write the SOP equation for this. Similarly, one more problem. O1 is equal to, okay. Now let me explain another concept here. So this is the problem we have given. I4, O1 is an output variable. You can denote the output variable however you want. So here they have denoted it as O1. It's a function of the input variable I4, I3, I2, I1. So now I4, I3, I2, I1. And these are the mean terms they have given. And you know how to write the SOP equation for this. So that means, let me explain in detail, at least for this problem. So now, I4, I3, I2, I1 are the input variables. O1 is the output variable, right? So here I have got 4 input variables. So how many different combinations I get? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, and right here 1, 0, 1, 0, then 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, then 1, 1, 1, 1. So these are the all the 16 combinations I have got. Now from this you can write the SOP equation. Now I am teaching you how to write the truth table by looking at the mean terms. So these are the 4 variables. I have written all the 16 combinations for these 4 variables, and summation 7 means what? Morning class we have discussed mean term represents where the output variable is taking logic 1, isn't it? Mean terms are nothing but it explains, it tells us when the output variable is taking logic 1. So if 7 is a mean term, what does it mean? 7, that is 0, 1, 1, 1. This corresponds to 7. So that also I will write. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 0, 1, 5, 1, 1, 0, 6, 1, 1, 1, 7, 1, 0, 0, 8, 1, 0, 0, 1, 9, 1, 0, 1, 0, 10, and this is 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So mean term is 7 means, that means 7th mean term is taking the value, output value 1. So this is 7, so this will take the output value 1. Similarly 11 is taking 1, so for 11 output is 1. Similarly 13 is taking 1, for 13 output is 1. For 14 output is 1, for 15 output is 1. What about for the remaining combination? For the remaining combination output is 0. It is understood 7, 11, 13, 14, 15 are taking 1, 1, 1, 1 because they are mean terms. Mean terms means it tells us when the output variable is logic 1. So if these combinations are taking 1, for the remaining combinations what is output? 0. So for the remaining combinations output is taking 0. So this is the output variable we have. So if mean terms are 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, this is the truth table. By looking at the truth table we can write the mean terms. Mean terms are what? 7, 11, 13, 14, 15. And by looking at the truth table we can even write SOP. So if I give you the mean terms you should be able to write the SOP. If I give you the SOP you should be able to write the mean terms. And looking at the mean terms you should be able to write the truth table. Any one is given, you should be able to write the truth table as well as the SOP equation. Now the question is, can we list out max terms from this? Yes, it is very simple. See, these are mean terms. Mean terms tells us when the output variable is logic 1. Output will be logic 1 only for 7, 11, 13, 14, 15. What is a max term? Max term tells us when the output variable is logic 0. If this output variable is taking 1 for 7, 11, 13, 14, 15, for all the remaining combinations for the remaining combinations it is taking 0. That is understood, right? That means only 7, 11, 13, 14, 15 are only 7, 11, 13, 14, 15 are mean terms. For these values, for these combinations output is taking logic 1. For the remaining combinations output is logic 0. Then all the remaining combinations are nothing but max terms, is it not? So for this, if I list out the max terms, just look here. If I list out the max term will be 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I cannot write 7 because 7 is a mean term. Then 8, 9, 10. I cannot write 11 because 11 is a mean term. 12, 13, 14, 15. So these are the max terms. These are the max terms. So for 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10 and 12, the output is taking 0. So these will be max terms. For the remaining combinations, they are mean terms. So you can write SOP equation by looking at the mean terms and POS equations by looking at the max terms. And we know how to write the mean terms and POS and SOP form of equation. In the last video, I have taken an example and I have shown how to write the SOP equation and POS equation. Accordingly, you can write. Okay? Okay. So next we have, now we had expressed the SOP equation in mean term list. So now we have the next problem, that is writing the max term equation from max term list from POS equation. Writing the max term list from POS equation. So this is a POS equation and this is a canonical POS equation because we have all the three variables in all the sum term. So this can be called as a canonical POS equation. So now how to list out the max terms here? Same. So I take the first term a plus b bar plus c. So if I take this, so this corresponds to what? In max term, if I write a, that means that variable is taking logic 1. So 0. That variable is taking 0. We are writing max terms 0, then 1, 0. 0, 1, 0 in binary. It corresponds to 2 in decimal. Right? Next, a plus b bar plus c bar. So this is equal to what? 0, 1, 1. So 0, 1, 1 corresponds to 3 in decimal. Similarly, a bar plus b bar plus c. So this is equal to what? A bar means that variable is taking 1. 1, 1, 0. So that will be equal to 6 in decimal. So t, the max term list is t is equal to f of a, b, c is equal to, how do we write max terms? Pi. So pi of 2, 3, 6. So these are the max terms list for this equation. If I give you this, can we write the mean term list? Yes. How do we write the mean term list? 0, 1, 2 is mean term, 3 is mean term. So 0, 1, 4, 5 are the max mean terms. So for this, the mean terms are 0, 1, 4, 5. So these are the max terms and these are the mean terms for this equation. So this is how we list out the mean terms and max terms. When an equation is given, you have to list out the mean terms and max terms. If I only give the mean term for the same problem, you have to write the equation, write the max term list. If I give you a truth table, from the truth table, list out the mean terms, list out the max terms, write the POS equation, write the SOP equation. If I give you an equation, you should be able to write the truth table and all. So when any one is given, the other is asked, you should be able to do it. So you have to understand the POS and SOP concept properly, and only then you can solve all these problems. So this is how we list out the mean terms and max terms from a POS equation. Any problem you can take, any equation you can assume and you can list out the mean terms and max terms. Now the next and very important concept we have is based on the canonical SOP and canonical POS. Now the next topic is very important. Examination, module 1. On this one problem for sure you are going to get in your main exam. So what is that? The problems are, place the following equations into proper canonical form. Place the following equations into proper canonical form. How to place these equations into proper canonical form? So, you know what is canonical form? If the equation is not in canonical form, how do we write the same equation in the proper canonical form? That is what the problems, whatever we are going to discuss now. So in that, the first problem I take on SOP, that is P is equal to f of A, B, C is equal to A, B bar plus A, C bar plus B, C. A, B bar plus A, C bar plus B, C. Now the first thing what we have to do is just check whether this is in canonical form or not. What is the meaning of canonical form? Each product term should be a mean term. Each product term should be a mean term. If I have to call a product term as a mean term, all the literals should be there. All the variables should be there. How many variables I have here? Input variables 3. Look at this. I have only 2 because C is missing. So this is not a mean term. B is missing. This is not a mean term. A is missing, again this is not a mean term, so this is not in canonical form. Now how to place this in canonical form? Very simple. So to place this in canonical form, just take the first term, A, B bar. Which variable is missing here? C. So what you have to do is A, B bar into product. Add, you have to do the logical AND operation for the missing variable C and its complement, C plus C bar. In this, the missing variable is C. So, into AND operation C plus C bar, the variable and its complement. So, if you multiply this, what do you get? A, B bar, C plus A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C plus A, B bar, C bar. Now all the 3 variables are there? Yes. All the 3 variables are there? Yes. So this is a mean term, this is a mean term. Now take the second term, A, C bar. Which is missing here? B is missing. So A, C bar into B plus B bar. So this is equal to A, C bar, B plus A, C bar, B bar. Now instead of writing like this, I will write the variables in order. A, B, C order. A, B, C bar plus A, B bar, C bar. This is the proper method of writing the equation. Okay. So this is the term we have got. Now this is a mean term, this is a mean term. And the third term we have, that is BC. BC is, which is missing? A is missing into A plus A bar, which is equal to A, B, C plus A bar, B, C. Now, we have put every product term into its mean term. Now, to write the final answer for this problem, f of A, B, C is equal to, for A, B bar, whatever we have got, write that. A, B bar, C plus A, B bar, C bar plus, for A, C bar, A, B, C bar plus A, B bar, C bar plus, then for this term, we have got A, B, C plus A bar, B, C. Now, once you write the equation, just see whether any terms are repeating. A, B bar, C. A, B bar, C. No, only one time. A, B bar, C bar. Yes. A, B bar, C bar. A, B bar, C bar. So, we have learned in Boolean algebra. What is A plus A? A plus A is A. Right. A plus A is A. So, if you have the same product term repeating again, you have to write it only once. So, this equation will be A, B bar, C plus A, B bar, C bar. Only one side write. Next, A, B, C bar, only one side have A, B, C bar plus A, B, C plus A bar, B, C. So, this is the canonical form for the function P. This is the canonical form for the function P. So, now this is the answer. Just to explain, can we list out the mean terms for this? Mean terms 1, 0, 1, that is 5, comma. 1, 0, 0, 4, comma. 1, 1, 0, that means 6, comma. 1, 1, 1, 7, 0, 1, 1, that is 3. So, these are the mean terms. Can we write the max terms for this? Max terms are what? Pi of 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, 2. Remaining are mean terms. So the same problem, pi of 0, 1, 2. These are max terms and these are mean terms. Okay? And if I ask you to write the POS equation for this. So this is an SOP equation. We have put it into canonical POS SOP form. If the question is, for the same equation, write canonical POS equation. Canonical POS. This is canonical SOP equation. Canonical SOP. The given equation is an SOP but not canonical. That equation we have put into canonical SOP form. If the question is, if the given question is in SOP form and if you are asked to write the equation in canonical POS, what you have to do is, same procedure, write the mean terms, get the max terms. By looking at the max terms, now write the POS equation. So what are the max terms? Pi of 0, 1, 2. What is 0? 0 means 0, 0, 0. What is 1? 0, 0, 1. What is 2? 0, 1, 0. So the input variables are A, B, C. Now write the equation. P is equal to 0, 1, 2. 0, 1, 2. If A is taking 0, what do I write? A. A plus B plus C into A plus B plus C bar into A plus B bar plus C. So this is the canonical POS form. So any one is given, you have to end up with the POS or SOP or the truth table, mean terms, max terms and all. So based on this one problem you are going to get in your exam. Okay. So let us work out one more, then you will be more clear. I'll take up, 4 variable problem. I'll take one 4 variable problem. Okay, one 4 variable problem on the same SOP I'll take. So the problem is G is equal to f of w x y z is equal to w bar x plus y z bar. W bar x plus y z bar. Then this is a problem where 2 variables are missing, right? 2 variables are missing. 2 variables are missing. Let us try to put this in canonical form. I take the first term, w bar x. So what is missing here? W bar x, 2 variables are missing, y and z, right? So y plus y bar is missing. Z plus z bar is also missing. So we have multiplied both the variables and its complement. So first to multiply this with w bar x. So w bar x y plus w bar x y bar into what? Z plus z bar. So this will be equal to, again multiply w bar x y z, this with this, again this with this, plus w bar x y z bar plus w bar x y bar z plus w bar x y bar z bar. Okay, so this is how we write the canonical form for the first term. For the second term, y z bar is equal to what? Which are the 2 variables are missing here? X and w. So y z bar, w plus w bar and x plus x bar. Now multiply these two. First I will multiply this with this. Y z bar w plus y z bar w bar into. Now multiply these two with x plus x bar. So this will be equal to x y z bar w plus x y x bar y z bar w plus x y z bar w bar plus x bar y z bar w bar. This with these two, this with this two. 4 terms we have got. Okay. Now write the final equation. G is equal to. First I will write all the 4 terms here. W bar x y z plus w bar x y z bar plus w bar x y bar z plus w bar x y bar z bar plus bar y z bar w plus x y z bar w bar plus x bar y z bar w bar. So I have written all the 8 terms here. Now the next job is to check whether any terms are repeating or not. W bar x y z. W bar x y z. No, only once. So W bar x y z bar. W bar x y z bar. Yeah, here we have W bar x y z bar. So I write only once. W bar x y z bar. Then W bar x y bar z. No, only once. So I take this. W bar x y bar z bar. No. Then x y w x y z bar. No. Then w x bar y z bar. No. So now we'll write in order and only the terms which are not repeating. So w bar x y z plus w bar x y z bar plus w bar x y bar z plus w bar x y bar z bar plus, I'll write in order, w x y z bar plus w x bar y z bar plus w bar x bar y z bar. Okay. So now this is in canonical form. This is in canonical form. You can even write the mean terms for this. From the mean terms you can write the max terms. From the max terms you can write canonical POS form. So this is all. For any equation we write the canonical form. For any SOP equation. This is an SOP equation. From the SOP equation I can write canonical SOP, I can list out mean terms, I can list out max terms, I can write canonical POS form. Now the next question is, if I give you an POS equation, how to put that POS equation into its canonical form? SOP equation, canonical form we have learnt. If I give you a POS equation which is not canonical, how do you put that into canonical POS form? So now I give you a POS equation. Put the following POS equations into its proper canonical form. That is the heading. Put the following POS equations into its proper canonical form. The first problem is T is equal to f of a comma b comma c is equal to POS form. POS equation is a plus b bar into b bar plus c. A plus b bar into b bar plus c. Now how to write this in canonical form? This is not in canonical form because C is missing here, because A is missing here. These two are not max terms. They are just some term but they are not max terms. So now I take the first term. Just look here how to put this in the proper canonical form. This is a max term. So for max term what we have to do is, which is the missing variable here, C plus C bar. Okay, plus C bar. There it is into C plus C bar in SOP. Here it is plus C bar. Now for this is how you expand A plus B bar plus C into A plus B bar plus C bar. This is how we expand this. So now this is a max term, this is a max term. Now I take the second term, B bar plus C, which is equal to, which is missing here, A is missing here. So A bar plus B bar plus C. I'm sorry. So A is missing here, so plus A bar. Now expand this. A plus B bar plus C into A bar plus B bar plus C. Now let us write the final equation by combining these terms. So T is equal to f of A, B, C is equal to A plus B bar plus C into A plus B bar plus C bar into A plus B bar plus C into A bar plus B bar plus C. Again, just see that any terms are repeating. A plus B bar plus C. A plus, yeah, repeating. So I can cancel this. A plus B bar plus C. Then A plus B bar plus C bar. Okay. So finally we have A plus B bar plus C. Two times there. Same term is repeating, so I can write it only once. Into A plus B bar plus C bar into A bar plus B bar plus C. So T is equal to F of A, B, C is equal to this. So this is the canonical POS form for this equation. To continue, this is its answer. To continue, if they ask you to write the max term list for this, they give you the question, and if they ask you to write the max term list, how do you write the max term list? Pi of A means what? It is taking 0, 0, 1, 0, that means 2. 0, 1, 1, that means 3. 1, 1, 0, that means 6. So these are max terms. How do you write the mean terms for this? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 are the mean terms. By looking at the mean terms, can we write the SOP equation? SOP equation. So that means 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, sorry, 1, 0, 0. 5 means 1, 0, 1. So how do you write the SOP equation? A bar, B bar, C bar plus A bar, B bar, C plus A, B bar, C bar plus A, B bar, C. That's how we write the SOP equation. Is it clear? Is it clear? So from this you get max term, from max term you can write mean term, from mean terms you can write the SOP equation. So if any two variables are missing, if in case two variables are missing, I have a question here, next problem. I have the next problem, that is f of A, B, C, D is equal to f of A, B, C, D is equal to A plus B bar plus C into A bar plus D into A bar plus D. So in this, which is missing? D is missing. So it is simple. A plus B bar C, D is missing, so D, D bar. So this will be A plus B bar plus C plus D into A plus B bar plus C plus D bar over. But in the second term, two variables are missing. So what we have to do? B is missing, so plus B, B bar first you do. Then first you expand this. A bar plus B plus D. A bar plus B plus B bar plus D. A bar plus B plus D. A bar plus B bar plus D. Now again take the two terms. For this, A bar plus B plus D. What is missing here? C is missing. So C bar. Again here what is missing? C is missing. So C bar. Again expand. A bar plus B plus C plus D. A bar plus B plus C bar plus D. Similarly, A bar plus B bar plus C plus D into A bar plus B bar plus C bar plus D. Now write the final equation by combining these four terms as well as these two terms. So that's how we write we expand or we put an equation which is not in canonical into a canonical SOP form or POS form. I have lots of problems to solve. So maybe if you understand this, I can give some problems for homework. First listen to these videos. Maybe in tomorrow online class, I will be giving some problems to work out. At the end of the class, I will give some problems for homework also. So you can practice these problems, and remember this particular concept is very, very important. If you have your previous year question papers, you can even download from dturesource.com. Otherwise, I will be sending the question papers whatever I have. If you just look at the question paper in module 1, minimum one question will be there in canonical form. Okay. So please understand the concept. If I give you an SOP which is not in canonical, you have to put that SOP into canonical, write the mean terms. From the mean terms, write the max terms. From the max terms, write canonical POS form. Same way, if I give you a POS equation, Expand that, put it in canonical POS. From POS, write max terms. From max terms, write mean terms. From mean terms, write the canonical SOP form. And from that, you can even write truth table. So that's how if we have an equation, we write the truth table. If we have the truth table, we can even write the switching equations. So please do practice this. Tomorrow online class, we will be solving problems on the same. Thank you.